Hey there, are you a front-end developer who is stuck in this crazy problem of having implemented a fixed navbar, and then if you have internal links, the navbar gets overlapped or the offside is not right? You're in the right place. One of my friends asked me that there was this problem she is suffering with, and now here's a solution for that. I'm Praveen Kumar, your front-end developer, a JavaScript person, and this video is going to explain you how you can make it better. Not just that, it will also give you an amazing solution, and it is completely beginner-friendly. Let's jump into the video. Let's actually talk about the problem. So you have a page with links, and then if you click on the section 1, section 2, section 3, basically the section 3 goes behind the fixed headers. Now there is a small fix here. All you need to do is offset it. And once you offset it, if you click on section 1 or section 2 or section 3, everything looks perfectly fine. This is exactly what we are going to solve today. Let's jump into the coding. I'm here using an editor where on the left side, you will be able to see the front-end code, HTML code, and on the right side, you will be able to see the live demo on a browser. So let's go ahead and start working on it. This is going to be intended for a complete beginner. So I'm going to explain every single line with why I am doing what I am doing. Okay, cool. Let's get started. So the first line of code that we are going to write is a basic HTML doc type. So a doc type HTML helps you to identify what version of HTML that we are using for this page. Next is the main HTML tag, which encloses the whole document. The first thing for a HTML tag will be a head tag. So inside the head tag, let's start with a title. The first step is always writing the content, right? So we will start with creating the content, and there are two more tags that I'm going to use here. Two meta tags. One is for the character set and the other one is for the viewport meta. Why we are using viewport meta? If you are working on a responsive design, it is going to be using the same code for both desktop, mobile, iPad, tablets, etc. So that is why we are going to use a viewport meta. Now comes the real hero of the whole thing, which is the body tag. Inside the body, let's start with the header section. So header is not the same as head. Head is the meta tags, but header is the heading, header, navigation, etc. So let's start with the header tag here. The first thing that we want is a heading, right? A heading 1 will denote the main heading of the website. And inside that, let's start with something to say with page with links. And I'm also adding a navigation tag. So the main idea about this video is about navigation, right? So what is going to be there inside the navigation tag? It is mainly about the list of links, right? So it's a list. People can click on anything at any point. So we are going to add an unordered list, and every unordered list will have a list item with a link, and the link for now we will put it to hashbang, and then I'm going to add nav item or something like that. Let's make 3 links here. And now along with that, the next section is the main section. Inside the main tag, we want a section, like really one of the sections of the page. So for that, we will use the section tag, and every section will have a heading. So we will have a heading 2 because we already used heading 1. Now we are using heading 2. Let's give a title and a small paragraph. Now with this being said, the paragraph is not that big, so I'm going to copy paste the paragraph a couple of times. So we have like a lot of section which we can scroll. That is when the navigation bar problem comes in. Okay, now we have got only one section here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to copy and paste another section and then another section. So now we have got all these things, but along with that, we will also add a footer. So here's a footer, and then the footer will have another set of text. That's it. The page looks so bad and blank. So why not we go ahead and style? So for that, let's start to create a style tag. And inside the style tag, what I'm going to do first is add some global reset styles. So every browser will have its own different styles, right? So we have to reset the style. So we are using a star and then margin reset, padding 0, font family, the favorite font family of you, and a list style none, so that all these list items are not styled. The next thing that we will do is let's give a dark slight gray color for the body, and let's give some space as well. Here's the header that is styled. So we are giving some margins and borders with a bit of a background. Now we also have to style the heading. So for the heading, I'm going to make it to a lightweight heading, and then this is how the heading looks like. The next thing that I'm going to do is I need to also make the navigation look better. So first thing, the logo or the heading should go on the left and the navigation links should go on the right. So I'm going to give an overflow heading to the whole header so that I can use my floating skills. So I'm going to float the heading with the left and float the navigation on the right. So now we have got all these things perfectly aligned, but we have to also style the navigation bar, right? So let's make that look good. But at the same time, it would be really nice to have some hover links. So I'm going to use something called as AI hover. And then here, I'm going to add some cool colors so that when the mouse pointer is going on top of it, you'll be able to see that the whole screen looks good. The link buttons are looking really good. At this point, these nav links do nothing. So we will also make the sections look better. So for the section, I'm just going to copy and paste whatever I gave for the heading. And then let's also style the H2 here. So for the H2, I'm going to use some cool things and also some background colors as well, so that it looks like this. Let's also give some more better style for the paragraphs so that they don't overlap with the heading. So I have given a margin top here. Now the next thing that I'm going to do is, let's remove the common classes, common styles between this and the header. And then I'm going to create a new class. So this is a common class which is called as a content border, because both header and the sections need the content border. So I'm going to give this styles that I have removed from header and the section into the content border class. Now I'm going to add the classes for the header and the sections. Thereby you can see that everything looks really nice. So this is going to be very efficient in case if you are going to change anything in the content border, it is going to affect both the things here. Now the third part is to link the navigation link. At this point of time, it doesn't do anything at the moment. So we need to do something related to linking. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add section 1, section 2, and section 3 as an internal link. But doing just this is not enough. What you need to do is you need to also add the IDs for all the 3 sections. And now if you click on navlink 1, it exactly comes and stops at the section here. If you click on navlink 2, it is going to come to the second title. And then the same way, if you click on navlink 3, it is going to go to the third one as well. So we can clearly see that these 3 things work and it goes correctly here. Okay, so far everything is good. But what I wanted really is this navigation heading should not move with the page. It needs to be a fixed navigation. That is what is the idea about. So let's do the fixed header, and I will also show you what exactly the problem that we are going to face. The first thing when I do as header with position fixed, we can see that it is fixed, but it is not aligned properly. Let's align it properly by giving left top, right, and just left and right along with the top, so that now it is aligned properly, but it has got some content missing on the back. If you could see that the title here actually gets overlapped on top of it. So what we can do is we can give the body some padding so that this title will not overlap. This is cool. Everything looks perfectly fine. Now what is the problem? The nav links. Now when I click on any of the link here, oh, do you see that it is not actually working correctly? See, the title is here, but it is actually going on to the top of the page behind the headers. But what we want instead is it should be here. There is kind of like a space of 85 pixels here. So what we can do here is, instead of having this clearly like this, we can fix the offsetting problem with the CSS. So the first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to open up a sections CSS class, and then I'm going to offset the margin top as minus 80 pixels with giving a padding of 80 pixels. So basically this section is where it goes and hits the top. So if it hits here, the content should start from here. That is what we have done. So minus 80 plus 80. So if I click on the second title, so we have to hit on the second title. It still comes this way. But the problem here is, if we are giving the section some space, what we need to do is, if we are doing any offset here, the title will also go back. So I'm going to also remove this content border from here so that it goes away here. And I'm going to add a new div with content border inside the section. This, what happens is, if I go anywhere, navlink 2, the navlink 2 is here, navlink 3 is here. And then we are in the exact place. So the one thing that we can do is we can actually change this into different sections. So section, we have 1, 2, and 3, which I'm going to add here. The same way, instead of these 3 titles, what I can do here is I can just go ahead, copy the section number, and then I can put it for the title. So I can put section and 1, 2, 3. So this way, if I go to section 2, it exactly goes to section 2, section 3 goes to section 3, section 1 goes to section 1, and everything looks perfectly fine. This is exactly what the problem is. I hope this video was very helpful for everyone. Let's see in a different video. And if you have any comments, please hit the comment button and then ask it right away. I'm happy to explain to everyone. I hope you all learned something amazing. If you like it, please share it with others and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Have a nice day and stay home, stay safe. Bye.